Here's what I would consider a no-no, especially if you want to get hit in the legs with your garage door, with the bottom of the garage door. I see this every once in a while. It just doesn't make any sense. A handle that's above the center of the garage door instead of near the bottom. And the only way you can open this garage door is to grab the handle and push on it. So if you can imagine yourself standing in front of the garage door, pushing on this handle, what's the first thing that's going to hit your legs? Yes, exactly, the bottom of the garage door. I don't know why people do this. Realistically, you need to push it and then bend over and grab the bottom of the door anyway. So it really doesn't make a lot of sense. Why not just reach down, grab the handle in the lower third of the garage door area and lift. It doesn't seem to make any sense. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the perfect location. The handle is located near the bottom. You bend over, you grab the handle and lift. You pull forward, garage door opens. You don't get hit in the legs by the door. Another problem I see here is the lock. I'm not a big fan of having the lock to a garage door near the center of the garage door. I'd rather have it located near the bottom, let's say between 14 and 18 inches from the floor or the foundation. And the reason why, and again, this isn't going to apply all the time, if you have a garage door opener and a garage door that's in good shape and isn't loose or wiggly, then it shouldn't be a problem where you locate the lock. But in the future, as these doors start to loosen up and get a little weaker and a little more flimsier on the longer doors, so what you're looking at here is about a 10-foot wide door, I'm just guessing. And if you have a 16-foot wide door, so what we got here is a single garage door on a double car garage door that's 16 foot wide, and it isn't in that good a shape. If you have the lock in the middle, you can actually pry it up a little farther than you could if it's at the bottom. Now, I'm not about to suggest you're going to be able to move the side that the lock is on, but you can actually move the other side. So if you can imagine a 16-foot wide garage door, and you're going over to the other side, opposite side of the lock, and you can actually lift the garage door up far enough to crawl underneath it. Now, I've done this before when I was a kid. A friend of mine had a weak garage door, and again, I didn't know it at the time. We used to just go in there, we'd lift it up and crawl underneath there if we needed to get in there. And don't ask me why I'm not going to go into any more details. I don't want to be incriminated, but you can get in there. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, the reason why people put the locks higher instead of lower is because they don't need to bend over. If you have a lock about, let's just say about 3 foot, 3 foot 6 inches off of the ground, then you're not going to need to bend over. You can basically stand there and unlock it or lock the lock. So it does make it more convenient for that. To recap everything, I am not suggesting that this lock needs to be here. It is my personal preference. If the lock is higher and you don't feel like bending over and you don't see any problems in the future, hey, knock yourself out. If you think you're going to have problems with a door in the future, or you have a door right now that is flimsy, you might consider placing a lock on each side of the door to eliminate the possibility of someone lifting the other side of the garage door and of course getting into your garage. So just something to think about. Don't forget, hit me with a couple of thumbs up if you like the videos, comments. If you guys have any questions, leave them. I will answer them as soon as I possibly can.